I would have jumped
Why would
on.
I do that?
I would have jumped on.
You would have jumped
Yeah,
into some. You'd have jumped into some quicksand because we'd have had this song be light lit up.
you know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I had to be careful with y'all too. Can't
Mm.
leave y'all alone.
Nope. Can't.
You
Nope.
better not.
Can't. Yeah, because you leave the inmates to run the asylum.
The
Jesus.
prisoners run the camp.
Oh man. All right, here we go. Well, hello.
Hello. Boy, that sounds mellow.
I'm trying to get this because I have so many pages. Like it's kind of hard for me to. They got this new way of getting to the page, so I'm trying to tag you all now. Oh, Patine,
That's
that
me.
you up?
That was me. Yeah, because I had it connected to my bowls. I took it off, but it still jumped up. So I got it.
Okay.
I
Well,
got
welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, everybody. I am your host, Veronica, back with you on this Tuesday. So glad to be back with you. Brother Victor is back with us. Victor, damn it, boy, White. What's
I'm gonna
going
be
on,
that for a
Victor?
while. I'm gonna be that for a while.
Oh, are you?
it. Or
Damn it,
somebody's
boy.
probably calling him, damn it, boy, Victor.
Damn it, boy. Right. Brother Fatine back with us all the way from WBLS radio station, New York.
What's up? What's up?
What's going
What's
on?
up?
How was y'all
What's going
weekend?
on? Twangy tea. Well, my weekend, I was in Columbia, South Carolina, doing a little, little that, a little this, a little that.
Ooh. So that means you can come to Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica and do a little bit of
Yeah, I
that
can.
in
I
this.
can.
Hey,
He
Hmm.
ain't come.
I gotta come, man. I gotta
you ain't
come.
coming.
I'm coming.
Well,
I'm coming. I'm
Tangy
coming.
Tea of Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica, Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. at the Big Area Gym in Darlington. $5 per class. Come on out, burn some calories, and have some fun with us every Wednesday at 7 and every Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
I gotta come out, Veronica. I
Please
have to
do.
come out. No, no, I have to. I gotta get my cardio up. Don't need to explain, but I gotta get my cardio up.
Oh, you tapped out.
I ain't tapped out, about to tap in, so I gotta get my cardio up. That's all I can tell you. I gotta get my cardio up. Woo!
I went to a party in the countryest, the damn countryest part of South Carolina.
Oh,
I went to
really?
Cash,
Cash money? Cash? Never heard
Cash,
of it.
South Carolina,
Mm.
Oh, where is that?
in between Sherrall and Society Hill.
Oh, okay. Little small town.
That had to be the most countryest shit I done been to. I almost thought I saw some chickens running around in the party.
Oh, in the party?
Them dudes, them people are country. I'm gonna tell you something. I had a good time, but I felt like I was overdressed because I had shoes on.
They were barefoot.
Nah, it was cool though, man. It was cool. Don't get me
Yo,
wrong, it was cool.
people wearing sneakers. They got women ladies wearing sneakers now, man. I ain't wearing those shoes all the time.
Uh, but you had a party. You
Mm-mm.
would think that they would have shoes on unless it's that
Shit.
type of party.
I
Parties
don't know.
But
with
it's
something.
all good as long as you had fun. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Cash, South Carolina. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look that up.
Cash.
See, Victor and Veronica. y'all both I haven't really dressed down here. So you both can, when I use the word dress, people know y'all dress. So if y'all get casual and go somewhere, depending on what y'all doing, what can people say? They know y'all can bring it if you need to bring the noise. If you want to be comfortable, be comfortable. That's
With
That's
all
my
true.
to
shoes
it.
off.
You
You
take
know,
your shoes
shit, I wear some sneakers, man.
you take your shoes off it.
In a heartbeat. In a
Well,
Yeah,
damn
we
heartbeat.
already saw that how that's worked out for you on social media. So we don't want to do that. Mm.
you kick them shoes off.
Yeah, and socks. He'll do it.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah.
Well, once again, welcome to Tangy Tea, everyone. People still probably out and about. We know this time of year is, warm weather and people are still hanging out this time of hour, but good folks gonna come in. We have a few viewers out there, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the show unless y'all got something else on your hearts and minds before we get into this tangy topic.
I got something on my mind.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it. Um, and social media is for people to express how they feel, and I got that. That's what you do. But I was just talking to my female cousins because they give me a perspective from a woman's point of view at times on how I may feel. But I'm not changing my view. I don't see a lot of okay. I don't see a lot of men bashing women. Meaning that if we've been hurt or been through the ringer or this, that, and the other, I don't see a guy saying I'm taking time and I've been hurt and what about this and what about that, and I'm not saying that some men haven't done some women wrong, but the majority, not majority of the posts, but a lot of the posts by these women that are single is some way tainted towards men. And sometimes I want to go at them, and I don't want to go at them because I don't want to get into a tissy because I can debate it without taking it personal, but I don't know if everybody else can do it that way. But I'm really tired of and I'm talking about our sisters because I don't on social media with a lot of other nationalities, that I don't deal with like that. But I'm just a little tired, and I'm gonna tell y'all women, y'all gonna get the heat back. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get it back on social media, or you're just gonna get it back in person. I'm not talking about physical. I'm just talking about this man bashing. This crap got to stop. Just like we men call out brothers that don't take doing women wrong. We call that out, but over and over and all these conversations about that. Yo, it's like Veronica, you sent that thing in Messenger. I'm not mad at you. It's out there. I mean, the comedian Shula commented on that, and he puts ratchet stuff up there. But I'm just tired of seeing that kind of bull crap where I see ratchet bullshit. I have to hold my mouth. I'm tired of that, and I see a lot more ratchet crap come from our sisters out there. Now I'll take y'all opinion on it, but I'm just tired of it.
Would you like to break it down a little more? Or are
I'm
you
just saying.
just in
I'm
general?
just. I'm just seeing women. It's always something about a man. It's always something. I can't. I don't want to give an example. I mean, it's just. Um,
You tired
man,
of the
this.
male bashing?
Yeah, it's just male bashing, and I'm telling you, I try not to get in it, but because I have a reputation, I'm on radio and this, that, and the other, but I'm getting tired of it. I'm really getting tired of it. I'm tired of the male bashing. You know, if you picking bad dudes and they taking you to the ringer, then stop picking them, or but bashing them ain't changing it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
ain't.
I know I'm not going to say I do feel what the ladies, because I don't. That's one thing that you're not going to see me do is, just get on social media and start bashing dudes that I've been in relationships with or whatever. If the relationship didn't work, the relationship didn't work. I mean, I'm not getting ready to put my business or his business out there, but you do have a lot of women that get on social media platforms and just dog men out, and it can be frustrating, and I know it's definitely can be frustrating to you men, but I mean, sometimes that's just the way a lot of women think they're um they're expressing themselves. And instead of, expressing yourselves in private, they prefer to um what did I just say? What's the word?
Vent. You
Express.
want to say
Yeah, they
vent?
they want to vent on social media so that everybody can be like, oh, he ain't no good, and blah 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 blah, so that more can tag along and start dogging this brother out or
So what
these
about
men.
us? What about us men that just start coming out? See, you know what the sister's gonna do if we start calling trifling and ratchet women, we start calling their asses out. Then watch what happened with sisters. So just be careful, sisters, because we can do the same thing. See, I bring up the late Kevin Samuels again. His way of doing things might have not been cool, and I don't think that anybody needs to be disrespected. But a lot of things that he said was truthful, and y'all couldn't take it. And I'm just telling you, if y'all continue to do it, more of us are gonna come out. We're gonna come out, and we're gonna start calling out those trifling ass women, and we're gonna ratchet ass women, and we're gonna call your asses out.
I mean, a lot of things that he said I could agree with, and a lot of things that he said I
Right.
didn't agree with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, he made some great points when it came to women, and he also made some bad choice words when it came to women.
That's true.
But we as women, we have to start taking responsibility. We have to start, taking responsibilities of the actions that we do as well. Blasting men, and I'm just going back because this is the subject that you brought up, for team
Mm-hmm.
bashing men on social media and things like that is not a good look. But a lot of them feel like that's the only way that they're going to get attention, is coming on social media and dogging brothers out. I don't like that. And I mean, I don't know. What's your take on it, Victor?
I love it
Of
because
course.
the simple fact is I know where you stand and I know how your mouth is. So for the most part, I ain't jumping on nobody's side, but I understand why they doing it. Women have been cooped up for so long, they tired of the shit. Women have been, and we're talking about our women. I don't like to call them sisters, but black women have been third class citizens for so long, and they tired of being treated like shit, especially by their own. So I feel like as long as you telling the truth, then speak your truth. If so and so did you wrong, you should be able to express yourself however you feel, whether you hurt somebody's feelings or not. I get it, but understand when you do that. Now I know you vulnerable, and I can play with you a whole lot easier now because I know you already hurt. But see, some women, and I always try to, not really coach, but tell, single women, stop giving people the playbook. If you telling somebody that you want a relationship and you telling somebody you want somebody to be there for you, that's exactly what's gonna happen until they get the draws. And then you're gonna be making another stupid ass post 2-3 months down the road. So it is what it is, but I like it
Hmm.
because
Well,
I mean it puts it out there. You'll see a chick and
yeah.
she'll have 2-3 posts with this dude, and then a week later, you know, she'll do an inspirational post where focus on yourself. So now I know, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's trouble in fucking Wonderland. So then you slide up in her damn inbox on some dumb shit, and she give you the time of day, ma'am. Just because you and your boyfriend had a slight, mishap, you gonna throw all this shit away because my stupid ass told you exactly what you wanted to hear in your affirmations. I just spit it back to you in the inbox, and now you got your legs up in the air. So it is what it is.
So you love it from that standpoint
I
of
mean,
easy access for
it's a predator's game. Social media has made it real easy for a man. I shouldn't say, when I say predator, I'm talking about legally. whatever. But for a player, if you really want to be a player, you just start reading some of these posts and you can see who easy and who ain't.
Hmm. Oh, oh, okay. I mean, that's it. That's true, and especially coming from a male point of view, ladies, be careful what you posting out there because they are watching.
Of course.
They are watching. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, Fatine is really upset because when I sent him that video in the inbox,
But women do act like, I knew a chick that acted just like that.
Mm.
Excuse me. I really did.
well, what
Mhm.
makes a woman think that if she goes out with her man and her friends are out at this place as well. Let's just say they go out to a spot to hang out and their friends are there as well. What makes them think that their man is supposed to pay for their friends as well?
Her
That's not
vagina.
his responsibility.
Her vagina. Because y'all think that damn thing is a cash box. Y'all have used that to the point that it's not even worth what you think it's worth anymore.
Mm. Okay.
Because y'all think that when a man makes, I don't know, $2,000 a week, that $1,999 of that is supposed to go to you.
Mhm.
We supposed to pay for every meal. We supposed to pay to get your hair done, your nails done, all your bills, and still cover us. But
Mhm.
that's what you expect. And that's what y'all say, that's what a good man is. And then you keep all your money to yourself. You can go back and look at the Tangy archives when we talked about Christmas gifts. Well, us men was talking about these extravagant gifts that we bought for women, but y'all wouldn't even buy us a PlayStation damn 5.
Well, is it fair to say, Victor, that if a guy starts out a relationship or friends, let's say they're gonna, well, of course, we start out as friends. If the guy start out the friendship like that, go into a relationship, he's like that, but then a few months into the relationship, when they become what's the word,
Together?
legit,
No.
then and he changes, is it not right for that female to get a little upset because that's not how he started out? He started out doing those things where I didn't have to pay for anything.
Well, see, the dynamic of our relationship changed because I'm courting you. I'm doing a lot of things to not really get your attention, but to keep your attention. But once I got your attention, I should no longer have to do all this bullshit over here. I
Mm.
shouldn't have to take you to Cabo and fucking Cabal and all this other exotic ass places to get you away from everything. Now we need to focus on building. And we can't build if I'm constantly spending money. You
But you
need to
got
sit
me
your ass
spoiled.
down in the house
I'm
and play
spoiled now.
Monopoly and
Play
Scrabble
Monopoly.
and Scrabble and all that other stuff.
you I just say this. It's amazing. I watch women, and Cheryl, I saw your comment out there, and and I like a lot of comments that Cheryl puts out there. And sometimes sometimes I don't agree with everything, but at least we can have a conversation about it. And but let me just tell women this. Y'all play with the weak ones. When us men, let's I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
Please.
Pussy ain't hard for us men to get. Okay, it ain't. So if you think we chasing your tail, that your tail is, like Victor says, is the magic box, then that's what you may think. But a lot of us dudes, and I watch dudes that women know that these men can get other women or have other women. I watch how they fall in place a little quicker than when a dude is chasing up their backside. And it's a timeout. I'm at the stage. It's timeout for games. So I mean, been timeout for games. But I'm just saying that what Victor said, that what y'all think is the cash box, it may be for some. But when you want when you want a real brother, they ain't falling for that crap. They ain't falling for that crap. And they'll leave your ass high and dry. They're not playing those games because they want to get further in life to take care of things. They ain't got time with this ratchet nonsense. They just don't have time. That's why we try to move in circles that we move in. It's not about being better than people. It's about wanting similar things as you grow together. But when you start playing these back and forth games, like Victor said, we ain't got time for it. We'll play it if we want to chase it a little bit. But if we want to, but if you really want to, like Victor says, if that's our agenda to get the drawers and keep it moving, then you got to realize that sometimes you put yourself in those circumstances, in those situations. Not all the time, because every man ain't a good
Right.
brother. Some men are trifling too. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, yo, step your game up. If you want something, step your game up. Step your game up.
I totally agree with what Mr. Sanders said. He said, Victor, some men put money in their resume, so we can't blame the woman for that. And
Right.
he is right.
Yep.
Like, I used to be one of those dudes, but
You
the older I got, the more I realized that you can't hide it. You can't hide it because a mature woman knows a well-kept man when she see one, and she also knows a man that needs to be kept when she sees it. So
Right.
I'll say this, when I was out and about, I guess my aura just, kind of showed that, yes, I'm single, but I really wasn't on a whole bunch of bullshit, because I'm not saying I moved different, but maybe I just carried myself different. I don't know. But I didn't present myself as some of these guys out here. I don't buy people a lot of drinks and shit, or women drinks and shit. I
I
don't
missed that.
I don't do that. And when it comes down to how some of these guys play the money game, I used to be like that. But I was playing the money game when I didn't have shit. And now that I got just two nickels to rub together,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
okay.
keep them two nickels.
Yeah.
So
And Victor's right. I'm right with you.
So I mean, I feel it. I feel what he's saying, but some guys lead with that, and some guys can back it up. But I just feel like, at some point in time, like what Cheryl said, if you start something, you need to finish it. At some point in time, you need to look out for me as well. If we gonna build, that means we both need to save.
Mhm.
But I shouldn't be the only one spending. Hell, when Father's Day come off the team, you see them damn gifts.
I see it. Trifling ass gifts.
Exactly.
I'm calling a spade a spade. Ain't no cutting to giving y'all no slack no more. Hell with
Well,
that.
then you need to open up your mouth. When we say, "What do you want?" Don't say, I don't really need nothing."
She.
Open your mouth and say
You
what you
already
really.
know what we need if you're paying attention,
Well,
because we know what you need.
I'm just saying.
We know what'll make a woman happy when it comes down to a gift. If we don't know something specific, we just give y'all ass some money and you'll be happy, and watch you
Well,
spend it on your homegirls or yourself.
I go buy you some Coach perfume, and then Father's Day I get Old Spice. Okay.
maybe that's what you wear.
Hey,
I don't.
I'm paying attention.
for Father's Day, if we
Okay.
don't even get that,
Don't let me
y'all
go
will
in there and
cook
pull
us,
out what I wear.
y'all will cook us some damn pancakes and sausage, and come in there with that damn grease, all that damn grease on your damn house coat, trying to give us some old tied tail. Ain't nobody want that, man.
But you get that lap dance later, though.
I ain't want that. I ain't want that. Uh, wash my car for me. If you gonna do something free,
I'll take the tail too. I take the breakfast, the tail, and anything a little bit more would come with it. I ain't gonna turn down the tail.
Wow. Um,
All right. Well, I just said what I
Jason.
had to say today.
Jason said, "Y'all funny. Y'all want us to spend the same from start to finish, but y'all attitude don't stay the same from start to finish."
big facts.
Oh man, he shut it down. Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Well,
Damn.
I mean, that could go both ways.
Oh,
No,
here we go. Here
no,
we
That could
go.
go both
no.
ways because
Here we go.
I mean, you all start out the same way and expect for us to take it when you all have y'all mood swing.
Read what he says.
Yeah.
Y'all want us to? We talking about spending money. Y'all want us
Yes.
to spend the same from start to finish, spending money from start to finish. but y'all attitude don't stay the same. So when I'm spending money from the start, you need to keep that same attitude.
Right. So you happy and you smiling, and then I'm spending money 15 years into the relationship.
And then
I don't want
15,
that rolling eyes.
and then 15 years in a relationship, you,
If I'm still spending money, you still need to be smiling.
There you go.
No matter what's going on. No matter if I
what.
went from 8 minutes to 3 minutes, smile.
Because
Enjoy
I
them
could be
3
I could
minutes.
be smiling I could be smiling at the beginning, but then you turn around and you effed up, and then
I'm still spending
my
money.
attitude changed because
Well,
you
your
done been
attitude,
out here creeping and doing some ish
but see
that you
that.
weren't supposed to do.
Okay, so that's different. That's different, Veronica.
Okay,
That's
that's what
that's
I'm
that's
talking
an
about.
action and a reaction. That's different. I got that. But we're not talking about the negative. We're talking about if things are progressing, it's like you start taking a person for granted. And it goes both ways on that end too. I understand that. I got that. But what we tend to see, and I've seen some good women. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it that keep that consistent. They keep it consistent, and I've kept it consistent, and that works. That's a working relationship, and that's good.
Yes.
It's a good relationship. I'm just saying, where are we headed? I mean, where are we headed? Where we got so many people that are single, you got so many bad examples, and people spewing all this. Remember, if they're saying it on social media, they're saying it in the house. If they're saying it on social media, they're saying it around their damn kids. And when the kids grow up, they think it's repeated. It's already programmed in their head. And then we get that same kind of lifestyle over and over and over. And
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
single don't mean you alone now.
That doesn't mean
Single,
that. But when I'm saying single and you are miserable and you bashing, you understand what I'm saying? That goes into your children's head. And don't think children are like recorders. They're sponges. And I'm telling you, look at I'm listening to my young cousins, 21 to 24. And they talk about how these young guys don't even know how to talk to them. Don't know how to talk to them. That's effed up. I blame some of us men for not being in our sons' lives.
Yes.
And I blame some of these women that are trifling and don't know how to raise a boy.
I mean, do you really, at 24, do you really want somebody to be settled by then?
I didn't say settle, dude, but at 21, I was suit and tie going to work. I know how to talk to a woman at 17. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I don't know too many 17-year-olds wearing a suit and tie around here, but I'm just saying.
I said at 20, 21, I'm wearing a suit and tie going to work. At 17, I know how to talk to a woman. Now, I'm saying a woman, a female. I'm not saying I'm 17, I'm talking to, even though we had older women around us that worked around us. I guess maybe because we grew up with guys that move older, that when they were 18, they moved like they were 25. My brother, I never saw my brother in sneakers. At 18, I never saw my brother in sneakers. He moved like he was 25, 26. That rubbed off on us.
So when you're talking about talking to a woman, one woman is not the standard of how all women want to be talked to. Understand what works for one might not work for the other. So I get it if your female cousin is saying that guys don't know how to talk to her.
Don't know how to hold a conversation. Don't know how to hold a conversation.
Well, they might not know how to hold a conversation with her. So it might not work with her. But she can't be the standard for how to talk to all women because everybody's different.
I didn't say she got to be the standard, but you hear more young women. If you listen to the young women that, first of all, if you look at the percentage of young women going to college versus young men, it's sickening. And what I'm saying is, you start to see these young women how they carry themselves. Even on the television shows, you see young women carry themselves older than guys that their age. There's something that is like young boys, because we always say we got we always got the boy in us, that. But at the end of the day, it's just something that seems out of sync. And they always say women mature faster than boys.
Well, college is not college to me is not a milestone. That's just something that you're trying to achieve. Everybody doesn't have aspirations to go to college. So if women want to go to college, I understand, but I'm gonna still make more money than you without a college degree. So I understand why some women have to go to college so they can get a better job, because we know it's not even right now. A man is going to make more money than a woman with the same credentials.
Correct.
And that's where it
correct.
needs to be fixed at.
Right.
But women have to go to college just to get a damn fair shot sometimes. And she still might not get that shot, even though she has more education than the person she's up against. So I can't really say that's a good talking point, but that's the point you made, and I get it. But I think when it comes down to how we communicate with each other, it's all about what I want. Cause shit, you got people my age and your age and Veronica's age, that men that still don't know how to talk to women.
Right.
But they got 3, 4, 5 kids, 3, 4, 5 girlfriends, 3, 4, 5 baby mamas. It's all about who you can attract and who you know can get.
Because that's what I was going to say. Some of these young girls, they like that stuff. They like
Yeah.
to talk to them like that.
But then don't complain. But thank you, Veronica. You went right where I wanted you. Then don't complain about your circumstance when whatever's given to you, because you like that. Then don't complain about what you get with it, because that's what you like. That's all I'm saying. Stop complaining about what you attract and what you want and what you like. If that's what you like, then deal with the consequences of it and stop bashing, because that's what you like. That's what you choose. That's all I'm saying.
That's what you choose.
That's it.
That is
Or
true.
that's what you settle for.
And that.
Either way. Anyway, I mean, good conversation on it.
Mm-hmm. So Victor has something up his sleeve that he want to talk about tonight.
Well, it is funny because it's right along the lines of what
it always happens that way, right?
Always happens that me and Victor have not talked.
And my question was, can you cue some music?
Sure.
It's an open-ended question, but I feel like the women's answer is going to be so far this way, and the men's answer is going to be over here. So my question is, how much does it cost to be in love? That's what I want to know.
How much does it cost to be in love?
How much does it cost to be in love?
That's a good question, Victor, because I've never heard that question before like that. Just straight, I've never heard it like that, because you got me thinking.
I want to know.
That's a good one. Wow. Damn.
And I kind of wanted y'all to, I really wanted to say something to the both of you, so you can have a chance to kind of honestly think about it. Because sometimes when I go back through the replay, I'm like, damn, I should have said this. Damn, whatever. But, I feel like I put you on the spot. So, Jason, I see you say a lot, but I need you to be more specific. Like, how much does it cost to be in love? It could be anything, not necessarily a dollar amount, but how much does it cost? Oh, Stevenson, it costs something.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Victor just said it. I mean, the first thing that jumped in my mind besides the money when you said that, Victor, was time. The first thing that you said when you said that is time. It costs time. It costs time. I know sometimes you don't like to use the word sacrifice, but it does sacrifice, because sometimes you may want to do something, but your other person may want to do something. But I'm gonna just say it costs you to alter sometime who you are. It causes you to alter who you are, and by you altering who you are, or you moving in line the way you want to with this person as a couple. And it's hard to put like you said, you can't put a dollar amount on that. But I think that if you're not if you feel that the person is attached to the materialistic, you always are putting out dollars. You always trying to make that person happy. So to me, it's almost like an infinite amount of trying. It causes you almost like an infinite amount, because you can't put a dollar amount on it in a sense of being in love with somebody. That's my answer.
I don't even know how to answer that.
It's not easy.
I mean, it costs a lot. Like we go through a lot when you're talking about being in love with someone. So I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. Like you say, Fatina, a lot of time.
Mhm.
Um, definitely sacrifice. You sacrifice a lot when you're in love with someone. Um, you move different. You know, it's a lot, and not talking about dollar amount. Like it's a lot.
I
Sometimes you
think
put that person, before things that they shouldn't come before. You know, it's it's a
you
lot.
say they shouldn't come before you in love now.
I mean, yeah, but like some people put a man before their own child.
If you're married,
Some
you
men will
should.
put a woman before their own child. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you things you do that you shouldn't, but because you in love, you pretty much would do anything for love. Um, Mr. Sammy
I'm.
says as much as you are willing to pay.
I
Yeah.
think love costs you your freedom. I
You
really
think
do.
so?
I really do. Um, if you think about it, when you were single, how you moved, how you reacted, how everything was, based on how you felt. But the moment you become in a relationship, there are things you have to watch out for that you cannot do anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can't go to this place because it don't look right, or you can't take a picture with this person because it don't look right, or you can't drive over here and do this because it don't look right. I think it really costs you your freedom.
Yeah.
I shake my head like
I
this.
mean,
Go ahead,
and,
Fred.
yeah, I mean, I get what Victor is saying. Like you have to move different. You can't move the same way as you a single person when you get into a relationship and you fall in love with someone. You can't move the same. Or you don't have respect for that relationship. If you
Mhm.
try to move the same, no,
Mhm.
you I feel like you can't.
Mhm.
So
I should.
freedom, yeah, I mean that the word, yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a yeah.
Yeah. I.
It's
That's what. That's why I shook my head like this. No, and you, Victor, probably said, "Why did you shake your head?" Because I just had this discussion, and my cousin, we were talking, and she said what you just said. That at this stage in her life, and she's a little younger than me, she's like, "I'm not getting in a relationship where I can't move freely." And I'll take it or leave it. Ain't nobody told. I don't. She said if I'm in love, I don't care if the sex is good. If I want to go to Jamaica and you want to be with your family, then do it. But I am not giving up part of me for your happiness. So when you said that freedom, I had to shake my head no, because I totally agree. I should have been able to hit that on the head, bro. That I do agree with that. I
so
do agree with that.
so Tracy, because it is a hostage situation, and the man is being held hostage because and the man's being held hostage, and the weapon is between her legs. Because the moment y'all get mad, y'all shut all that shit. Y'all shut the fun zone down, and that's some bullshit. So at the end of the day, that's what's up for grabs.
Mhm.
And y'all,
If Veronica gets, and I haven't said it in a while, if Veronica's because Veronica used to hit a sour note, not that it won't again, but a lot, you try that with me as I get older, and us older men, how things happen and it starts to wear down at times. You try to shut that down if you want to, and hold that hostage if you want to. I came in this world by myself. I plan to probably go out by myself. So you want to hold that hostage? I ain't married to your box.
Are you saying
I ain't
are,
married to your box if you want to play hostage games.
are you saying older men? Are you talking? Because that sounds like
I
something
just
a young. It sounds like something a young guy would say. You play
older.
hostage if you want to. I could get it other places. I would
Goddamn
I
right.
would think that older men would be like, okay, I'll let her have her moment for a few days.
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in a working relationship. But if
That's
you
what I'm
gonna,
saying.
but if you playing games like this and think that this is something that you gonna hold power over, like kryptonite over Superman, sorry, no.
You got 45 minutes to change your damn attitude.
Not
But you got,
45.
but see, you got to understand, older women, they not for older women to play games with the coochie. That's stupid. Now you playing little girl games, and for an older man to sit here and let her play games with it, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm just not gonna damn do it. I'm just not gonna do it because I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
So,
Mr. Sammy says if you are in love, don't want to do the single people things anymore. And I understand that, Mr. Sammy, because you're trying to move as a mature couple,
hold up now.
and yeah, if you're
Games was
moving like
fun.
that, but Mr. Sammy,
That's true.
if one person is playing games, you don't have time for that. I mean, if Mr. Sammy, if you're moving as a mature couple, then you don't play those games. That's why I've talked to some women who say they have been upset with their man, but if their man want to be intimate, again, it depends on what it is, but let's don't go to the extreme. They say they don't hold that hostage because they don't think that's fair. And I admire women that say that, because this is not, I get where some women say, listen, if I'm upset, I can't lay down with you because I don't get turned on. I hear that, but there's some women that that don't play that game because they know you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire.
So I think some women don't realize that you could be the cause on why your man stepped out because you want to sit here and you want to hold on to some shit. And an argument, if we're arguing about something so small, why you feel like you need to take something physical away from me? You know what I'm saying? I get it. You mad. You can be mad after we finish, after 8 to 10 minutes, you can still be mad. But the thing about it is sometimes sex can just erase your mind from whatever bullshit that you had going on that day. Because to be honest with you, you probably ain't really mad with me to start with. You mad about something else. And you just took it out on me. So let me take it out between your legs and we can both go to sleep. It's that simple.
I think it depends on what the situation is. Like, if we was in like a deep down, like dirty South argument, like something you didn't did, then I have a right to feel the way I feel. You think I'm getting ready to lay with you and you then did some stupid mess?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Veronica, and the
Other,
vice versa.
other than cheating or a man putting his hands on you, what else? Why wouldn't you give it up? I mean, what other things? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. We
Maybe
get
you
the
ate
argument.
maybe you ate the last slice of watermelon and I wanted it. Like,
That ain't work good enough. That ain't good enough. But I can see if I come home again late, and I done drinking and this, that, and other, and you done had this conversation, and you be like, yo, it ain't happening tonight. Then I got to deal with that. I got that.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I think
saying.
I meant to cut you off, 15. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm finished.
I think the older that we get, like at our age now, I can forgive easier than I could back in my 20s and 30s. Like, if you piss me off, like I already said this before, like I'm not talking to you, and I'll go hours or days without, I ain't gonna say days. Well, yeah. But now it's like I'm going to be the bigger person and I'm not going to let it go that far without talking to you. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the more mature some of us get. Some of us
Right.
still have childish minds in our 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
But
I
you know
like
what I'm
to
saying? Like, I just feel like the older you get, the more you do better. You know better.
read that comment. I'm glad a woman is saying it. I
I
don't
don't
care.
how
I
I don't care how mad I am or you are. Get your ash in the bedroom and let's get it in. I don't know.
See, that's a woman.
No.
See,
Yeah,
and that's a
because I'm like,
woman.
if you cheat on me, dude, you can get the heck out. You ain't getting between my
But
legs.
We ain't going
we ain't
that
going
far.
Because
that. We ain't going that far.
she just said, I don't care how mad I am or you are. She didn't specify. So that can go for anything. She
I've
don't
seen
care how mad.
I've seen men get caught cheating and still the woman lay with them. I've seen it. I've seen it more than one time because they feel sometime at the end of the day it's a competitive thing. They may be mad, but they know that they're in a competitive situation right now, whatever it may be, and they realize that if I'm holding this may make the circumstance even worse. I've seen it.
So I tell you this. So if you so mad you can't give me no tail, then you might as well sleep on the couch.
Well,
Because
couch
you
is
think
comfortable.
if you think my grown ass gonna sleep downstairs, shit. Hell no.
But Victor, turn that around. Turn that around. But you did say not cheating because if your woman cheated on you, you ain't gonna lay with her. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean
I
that's
don't.
the extreme. I don't,
Oh,
that's the
oh,
extreme, but we're not talking about that kind of extreme.
oh, I'm
Got
gonna lay
you.
with her right up in the hospital bed. Lay right there. Lay right there.
You can't put your
So
hand on her because she can't supposed to put your hand on you neither, bro.
right, exactly. He know he ain't playing them games. So
Mhm.
I aim see Veronica, that's why brothers do what they do. Hit it and go home. Veronica.
Yeah.
Please explain that. Because I'm not exactly sure.
See,
What,
I got a slight. I'm gonna come at Nakia for just a slight second. See, you can sleep in the bed, just no act. Now,
Hmm.
come
you
to
got to
bed.
fall off the bed.
Come
Don't
to
touch me.
bed. All I'm asking is y'all to come to bed regular. Don't don't be coming out there with the water dripping off of you and all that, and all of a sudden you want to get dressed in the bedroom in front of the TV, and you want to start putting lotion on in front of us,
Yep.
and you want to spray a little perfume on, and then
Butt in the
slide your little
air.
stank
I'm a
ass in the
bunk
bed
over.
with no drawers on. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Cause that right there is how CDVs get started. Right? It's how CDV gets started. Cause y'all do shit like that.
Y'all think, some women think that as time go on, we become their child, and that they can treat us like a child, and that's why I'm keep telling you, stop playing with a grown man, and a grown man stop playing with a grown woman, because I ain't
That
nobody
part too.
child, and I'm not gonna be nobody yo-yo, and I'm not gonna be nobody puppet, muppet, or whatever. I'm just not going to do that. At this stage, when you younger, you give or take a little bit more because you're growing. You realize your mistakes, and you can make mistakes. Because you're older don't mean you don't make mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. But the older you get through experience, you realize that if it takes for you to apologize or whatever, then you grow there. But if you come in and playing them same games that you played 25, 30 years ago, I ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that, and it just don't have time for it. And the relationship ain't going nowhere now. A lot of folks, like Victor has made mention, down here is the Bible Belt. I don't care where I'm at, the Bible Belt, the northern lights. I don't give a damn if the relationship ain't working because I say I do or whatever. If it ain't working, I ain't staying. I'm not gonna be miserable for nobody.
Is that because of, past relationships, Fatina, or is that just something that you always stuck by?
That's a good point.
Or
Past
growth?
relationships, past it's growth. It's growth with past relationships, and I realize that life is too short, and time. Time is not waiting on anybody,
Right.
and not to bring death in here, but I just lost a coworker who was 49 years old. So no, the next day is never promised to you. So if this is not working, what's the purpose of staying together? You say I'm staying together for kids. Look. bottom line is, if you can stay together for kids and you confront in front of the kids and the kids don't know and you're doing it for the betterment, then that's how y'all choose to do it. But if you're miserable, then that's not worth it. It's not worth it. You go on about your business, you handle your business with your children and be parents and co-parent and move on. If you don't have no children, then hell with it.
So what does it mean by not working?
Not working.
I
What do you? Oh,
sure.
when there's no communication and there's no sex, there's no intimacy, and there don't seem to be any real love between y'all. There's no real attraction. There's no real touching, and even to the point, even if you still having sex occasionally, it's more of getting yours off and going to sleep. That's not a relationship. That's not a relationship.
So I'll tell you this: I've been with not that many women, maybe one or two, and
Oh,
and
okay.
one thing I hear women
All right.
one thing I hear
You
women
enjoy.
say is, "Oh, I don't like to argue," and then but my personal experience is I like arguing because that lets me know that you actually stand on something and you actually care. So if I piss you off, I feel like you should tell me I pissed you off, how I pissed you off, and what can we do to ratify this. So once I feel like you stop arguing with me is when you stop caring. So, I think for the first, you know, couple of times that a couple is together, you're going to argue about a whole bunch of dumb shit because you're still trying to establish what's what. And it's going to happen in the beginning. But as time goes on, they should taper off some. But it's how you come back from the argument, to me, is the defining point of the relationship. I ain't talking about coming back, y'all have sex, and you still got this problem lingering over you. But you should at least, you know what I'm saying, have some kind of solution to whatever it is y'all was arguing about.
And see, and that's important because communication is key. If you keep, what's bothering you inside, then when is the problem ever going to get fixed if your partner doesn't know what is bothering you? So communication is definitely key when it comes to that. Go ahead, Fatine.
I just think that in all of my serious relationships, unless there was a main reason, it wasn't a lot of arguing unless there's a main reason. Something comes up and it's something that really causes it's a problem. It's a problem within the relationship. I had a coworker who was 24 and he was married for about 3 years. And he said, we argue about some of the dumbest things. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, my wife threw my clothes off the balcony today. And he said, you know what it started off of? He said, I left the toothpaste cap off the toothpaste and it escalated to her throwing my clothes off. And then in the
Oh, wow.
drawer, he's starting to sip on a bottle. This is not him. So this relationship wasn't going anywhere. Then the girl in the bank, he talking to her on the side because he's not happy at home. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a domino effect
Yeah,
here.
it's a cycle.
It's a domino effect. And this is what I'm saying, that you need to, when it gets toxic, when the relationship, Victor, to answer your question, when the relationship becomes toxic,
That's what I like. Whew, I'm getting hot
you
in here now.
when
That
the
word
relation
again.
when it becomes
Whew.
toxic, when y'all are oil and
He
water, it's
would.
time. Oil and water don't mix. That ain't no match. You must like makeup sex or something.
Ah,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, it's kind
Toxic.
of petty and childish. She was mad about something else for sure. Had to be.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Hey, Patricia. Mr. Aretha says, yes, life goes on. Don't stay in a relationship that's not going anywhere. You only make yourself miserable by trying to hold on to something that's not going anywhere. I mean, you have to live and learn that, because younger Veronica,
Mhm. We stayed. We stayed. And sometimes it's not the younger Veronica. Veronica, sometimes it's the mileage that you put in. excuse me, and you understand that there's going to be bumps, and you are so much indebted, and you still love the person. You may not be in love, but you still love the person, that you're just not going to throw in the towel until you start seeing that it ain't it's just that now it's to the point, you hear, and there's something in the middle, and y'all are not making it, and it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. And you're right. It's because of experience. I'm speaking from experience. So, it is, you try to hang on,
Yeah. You try to hang on, knowing that there is no. I mean, we hope for change, but nine times out of 10, we already know the way things are going. It's not
Yeah.
about to happen.
Yeah. And
Nikia,
don't make it seem that, even if it's something that I did, if 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 we can't work past that, then what's the purpose of staying? Just for you to nag and argue all the time, and not be happy. It just doesn't make sense.
well, I mean, once you break that trust, you know what I'm saying? Like you're always in the back of your mind thinking, oh, what is he doing? Who is he on the
Mhm.
phone with? Especially you want to get all, you try to be all sneaky and go outside and get on your phone,
Mhm.
like you
Mhm.
flashback. Sorry. Um, he probably not telling you the whole story, Nakia says. Probably cheated and she found out.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this. When it comes down to relationships, I can count on every relationship I've ever been in. I can count on one hand how many times a female said either my bad or I was wrong. And y'all got to understand that that means a lot to a man, because y'all don't really apologize. Or it's like a half-hearted apologize. I'm talking about a sincere
Mhm.
I apologize or I was wrong. We don't hear that, but we will give you that, because no matter what the argument was about, if we give you our side of the story, y'all could be dead to rights. Y'all will turn that shit around and make us like the bad guy, or y'all will start crying or whatever, and then it turns into, you
And
know,
you say that you all apologize?
yeah. Men apologize way more than women do all the time.
Well, I've said it before multiple times on this show. Like the new Veronica will definitely be the one apologizing first. I mean, I'm not going to say all the time, but oh, Jason, please. But that's true. I mean, well, you all do apologize, but you already said, Victor. You said that you all apologize first because y'all just want us to shut the hell up.
For the most part, yes, but we do apologize.
But it's supposed to be sincere, not just because y'all want us to shut up. You supposed to be apologizing because you really mean it. See, when I apologize, I mean it. I
But we
apologize.
really want you to shut up.
See, that's not fair. That's not right. How do you want us to be um how do you want us to really mean it and it coming from the heart that
Mhm.
we apologizing, but
So
Yeah.
you all are apologizing just for that reason?
have you ever seen a man break down before? Have you ever seen a man just at his wits end and break down, and y'all will keep pressing?
Oh, you talking about that kind of breakdown.
Well,
Uh-uh.
I'm just saying. I mean, regardless of if you just the nagging and the damn and the bullshit, and then all of a sudden you see this man just like, I can't take this shit, and for and y'all will sit here and stand on that and let a good man walk out, or so people claim to be. Let a
Yeah.
good man or a good thing or a good situation, leave because you want to stand on some bullshit, or you want to hold firm to this bullshit. So you want to be right so much that you will honestly let a good thing or a good situation go up in smoke, all because you want to be right. And I notice women will do that. Whereas if a man won't. We'll give in if we feel like a good thing, or we gonna let a good woman walk out the door and we holding on to this shit over here. If we really do care about you, we will honestly stop. It might not be forever, but we gonna stop for a little while. Y'all motherfuckers will hold on to that until the day you die.
Some will, and some will, Victor. And I'm
I
not
ain't met
disputing
one
you.
yet.
I'm not disputing you, but the shoe do turn sometime. And in my relationship in my early 20s, I have to give the tech dates. Early 20s, I had to tolerate the bullshit, broke down, this, that, and other, and it just seems like that person just walked over my emotions. But then when I turn that shit around and say enough was enough, and I say this ain't going like this, I'm done. Then all of a sudden, I want to get in. Oh, I want to do this. Too late now. You done pressed it.
Yeah,
But
once you get there to
yeah,
that point.
once you get that point. But I want to ask this question, but I didn't want to cut you all off. Um, how many of you women that would be honest, and sometimes it may not just be you, but other women that may be close friend or relative that has been cheated on by their man, has been cheated on by their man. Because a lot of women on these, like you said, Victor, on these affirmations, man cheat on me, that's it. Yeah, I know so many women that a man has cheated on them and they still together. So how many women honestly say that's the final line? Because I see so many women that men have stepped out on, and they come back and however they work it out, they work it out. And I say more women take back men that step out than men take back women that step out.
So before you ask a question, so let me say this to Tori. Hey Tori, how you doing?
Hey,
Um,
Tori.
I'm glad she feeling better.
Tori
Um,
was sick.
Something like that. She wasn't like COVID sick, but she was feeling a little rough. Um, a woman will apologize, but she won't apologize. You'll never hear those words. She'll say shit like, "You hungry?"
That's not true, Victor.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
actually
oh,
say the
yeah.
words, I apologize.
A
Yeah,
woman will
I've
say,
had women apologize. I've had
a,
women
Yes.
apologize.
a woman will say, "You hungry? What you watching? I got us some Burger King. You want to go to Subway? You want to come ride with me somewhere?" That's how y'all damn apologize. You can say that. You can
We do the
have women
same.
apologize,
Yeah.
We do the
but
same.
Exactly,
but what I'm
Fatim.
saying is, I'm not speaking in absolutes now.
Okay.
But 97% of the women will say some old dumb shit like that. Like they'll be like, well, he is good to me, and payday coming around the corner. Let me go ahead and apologize to this dude so I can get my nails done or some shit like that. Y'all
Mm,
motherfuckers selfish, boy.
what? And when I apologize, I mean it.
And you've
That's
probably
all I'm
done
gonna
it three
say.
times.
Huh?
And you've probably done it 3 times.
Well, probably because 3 times it was
His
something I
fault.
did.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Nakia. Wait, Nakia. Wait. First of all, wait, Nakia. You my girl. You my girl. So look, if I ain't gotta say the word apologize, I apologize. Yo, my bad. My bad mean, yo, it's my
I
fault. I
apologize.
messed up. I ain't gotta say I apologize. If I say my bad, what is
Same
this? That's
thing.
a synonym to the word. Shit, is it apologize ain't the ultimate word?
So
It's
why
my
do we
bad.
have to
Yo, my
say?
bad. I messed up. It's
That's the
my
same
fault. That's
thing.
the same damn
So why
thing.
do we have to say apologize?
You
You
ain't gotta say
don't.
that. No.
Well,
If you
You
Victor
say
don't
just
have
my
to say
said.
bad,
that.
Victor just said our way of apologizing is saying you want to go get something to eat.
no, that ain't saying my
We
bad. That ain't saying my
apologizing.
bad. No, that ain't apologizing.
Yes, it is.
That's deflecting. That's a different than saying taking ownership of what you did versus deflecting. What Victor's saying is you deflect. When we say my bad, my fault, either one, male or woman, you're taking ownership of what was done, and you're taking ownership that I was wrong about that. That's what you're saying. That's all. Take ownership.
Exactly. Are you hungry? Ain't taking ownership of nothing. You
No, that's
just breaking the
deflecting.
silence.
That's deflecting. That's it. You on strike?
I'm sorry, I was muted
You was
because
deflecting. I'm sorry, you was deflecting.
no, because this I was watching a clip from what's the little lady name? She has so many videos out there on social media. Frappe, the frappe lady that always drinking a little frappe drink. Uh, and she was talking about someone had asked how long her and her husband well like I think he's dead and gone now, but how long they've been together, and she was like 30 years but not happily married for 30 years. And the daughter, whoever be recording her, was like, what do you mean not happily married? She was like, no. She was like, she used to have females call to the house for her husband, and the husband, like, she used to say, why do you know who I am? Like, I'm the wife, why are you calling to the house? But the women, they had no respect. But I was saying that to say that she was saying that no matter, that her husband was out there cheating, she was still going to be there for her husband when he came back home. That's why I was trying to find that clip, because I wanted to play it. But it's just go to show, like, back in the day, like, nothing has really changed from back in the day, because this lady got to be like maybe 90 something. So, like, from back in the day till today, like, things really didn't change. Like, a lot of women will still hold on to a man that they know that are cheating on them.
I mean, even minus the cheating, you could be with somebody for 3 months. Are you really truly happy every day? Tori says she's 96. So even if you with somebody for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even
96
in the
what?
beginning stages of the relationship,
96% feeling good, probably.
huh?
Oh, no, go ahead.
90%.
So even if you with somebody even in the beginning stages, are you really 100% happy the entire time y'all together?
I mean,
Shit, no, you're not.
nobody is 100% happy all the time.
No. So I mean, I get it. I mean, I commend her for doing that. I mean, is that a goal? That shouldn't be. But I mean, I don't see where she should get an applaud for being with somebody who was cheating on her and disrespecting her house. I don't think that's no damn goal. I wouldn't even listen to no shit like that. But that's the type of shit that y'all like. Oh, she stood by her man. Oh, she 96 years young, but she had people calling the house, but she stayed with. That's some dumb shit.
Oh, the person's
Oh,
96.
trust
That's
me,
it. Thanks,
I'm
Tori.
not
So
agreeing
why?
with it,
But the
but
thing
we do
is
get
that
caught up. We do get caught up like that. We
so
do.
the things is that we get y'all get I ain't gonna say y'all people get caught up in the image of it. Like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a piece of shit. But we'll sit here because he's wrote a book, he's got his little church suits and all that. But look how him and Marjorie got together. Bro, like that whole story should be not even celebrated. How they got together. Okay, you found love, but you was married at the time. So the thing about it is, you say, I'm not gonna talk about her new grandma, and I get it. But if your grandmama condoning a man going out there and a woman disrespecting her house, it is what it is.
I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again, Victor. And we always want to say, and I've never said this one before, that when you break up, there's certain people that your ex can't date this friend or that. And I've told you I don't agree with that. And I don't give a damn how if Steve Harvey met his wife like that. I ain't gonna call him a piece of crap. The same thing, Alicia Keys and Homeboy, they met. And if they happy, and now the homeboy that left his wife, and now they all co-parent and deal with that. Yo, I keep telling you, because you marry and you're not happy and you meet somebody, sometimes you don't get that divorce right away. You don't. And sometimes you start to get pulled over here and you become more happy. Then you realize, yo, I'm not happy in this relationship. I keep saying there's no damn blueprint to this, man. It may not be right, Victor. It may not be right, Veronica. But I'm telling you, when people are not happy, there is no blueprint. Oh, if you're not happy, get a divorce. Well, people don't do that all the time. Sometimes their attention turns somewhere else because they're moving, they're busy, and there's somebody else that's comforting them. And that's how shit happens.
So understand, like, all right, so let me say this. The reason I have never been married is because I'm not gonna play with God like that. All right. To each his own. So understand, if I'm married, somebody, whether we mad with each other or not, I really feel like I can't let somebody get that close to me. I can't let you get that close to me because I'm married. Even when I'm in a relationship, I can't, even if me and my old lady is going through some shit, I can't let somebody get that close to me in order for me to pour my heart out to even form feelings for you, because that means I'm cheating on you. So what I'm saying is, if you feel like this shit ain't gonna work, give me the proper exit out, divorce me, and then go over there. But if you sitting over here and you fucking around over here with all these over here, that means you left early. Just give me my respect, because I'm still.
And I said it may not be right.
Right.
I'm not. I said that it may not be right.
So then,
but we're not in a perfect world, and unfortunately, I hate to say, sugar honey iced tea don't work like that. It just don't work like that all the time.
That's the problem. People say we don't live in a perfect world. Okay, we don't. But you could try to make your situation close to 100% as you can. But what I'm saying is that we get a relationship. Once I find the right woman and we get together and we get married, that's it. Like, bro, I can't, even if we don't work, I have enough respect for her that I think I will have enough respect for her to give her that divorce and then go out there and do all these damn Tom, Dick, and Harry foolery and shit and hanging out with all these other motherfuckers. But if we married, bro, I got to give her that respect because she got my last name.
And I'm not going to sit here and dispute that that's not right. That's commendable of you. I'm just saying that in the real world, it just doesn't happen like that. That's all I'm saying. That don't mean that it's not right what you're saying. I'm just saying that I deal with reality. I deal with reality out here. And if I hear what you're saying, and only you can govern yourself. That's why I respect what you say. I'm just saying that in a real world, some people do it like that, and some people don't. Some people meet people while they're married. Some people break up. They don't get the divorce for years. They separate. It's just so many different situations that happen. So I get it, and I respect you, Victor, on that, and that's cool because you're giving that person that respect, and I respect that. I respect that.
But you know what? It's so easy to say that, and it sounds so good because if everyone were to think like that, this would be a perfect world. Like no one will be cheating. Everybody will be happily in a marriage or relationship. But sadly, it doesn't work like that. And like when someone's fed up, and I get it, like when someone's at the end and they're like, I can't.
So he's saying the real world. So apparently I don't live in the real world. So in the world,
not like
I said reality. I said reality. I say real.
Okay. This is what I'm saying. The problem is that people don't get a divorce quick enough, in my opinion. Why stay in a situation when you don't? If you feel like this is it, why are you looking for comfort somewhere else? See, we so caught up on not wanting to be alone, and we're gonna get one up on this person over here. I can honestly say I've only cheated on one person. You know what I'm saying? And when they cheated back, that shit felt so bad that I never did it again because I never wanted to feel like that again or put somebody else through that again. So, anytime I've ever been doing my shit, I've been single. So when I sit here and I think about it, like if I really truly thought that I probably could cheat on whoever. But the thing is that we so tied up on not wanting to be alone, or we got to have sex this many times of the day. It's just sex. That's all it is. And we'll sit here and we'll look for comfort from somebody who is just, temporary when you got somebody permanent right here, bro.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. And that's why I said I don't want to dispute you. I'm just giving the other side. But something Cheryl said that people cheat because they want their cake and eat it too. And Cheryl, I mean, I understand that statement. I think that's a cliche and it does fit. But I'll just come back to the reality of this is that sometimes men want a cake and eat it too. But you got to realize that sometimes you get married and you love that person. But that whole idea, that chasing, that thrill, and that newness, that don't leave you sometime because you say I do. And sometimes us men fight that, and same women just fight that. But let's just deal with us men, since I'm a man. I'm talking about that, and I don't know if we look at it as having our cake and eating it too, or it's about conquering. It's about conquering. It's about feeling good. And I keep telling you sisters that a lot of us men can have sex with another woman, and it don't mean a damn thing, and we can come home and still love our woman or our wife or whatever. And until y'all may never understand that, so sometimes it's like trying to explain colors to a blind person. We can't tell you y'all are not men, and I get tired of saying it, but some of us don't look at it like that. And like Victor says, when it happens to us and it don't feel good, so since it don't feel good on our end, we don't want to dish it out. But some men don't look at it like that.
You're
It's
right.
just it's
You're right.
activity. It's like playing a basketball game. It's like playing a softball game or going to shoot pool or bowling. I'm going to get me some tail and I exhale. I come home and I do what I got to do at home. And that's how it is sometimes. It's just extra activity, extracurricular activity. And when we say it like that, I know it burns y'all up, but I'm telling you how a lot of us men feel.
And to be honest, when I was out there like that, bro, it wasn't the act of it. It was more or less the thrill of the actual.
That's it.
It was the thrill of just the whole thing and not getting caught and all this other shit and covering your track like that. To me, that was more exciting than actually
Exciting.
going
It breaks
through the whole
excitement.
act. Yeah,
But you was young.
yeah, I was shit, 33, 32, somewhere
You ain't got you ain't no kid. You ain't no 20, you ain't no
I
19 year
mean,
old
but
kid.
still, you know better now.
I mean,
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say I know. I ain't gonna say I know better,
There you go.
but I'm gonna tell you this: that the experience taught me. Let me say that. I
What
mean, to be honest with you,
experience you grow up?
but to be honest with you, to look at it, I don't know if I I don't know if it's the emotional roller coaster I went through that made me change, or did I really look at it and say, I don't want to go through, like, to be honest with you, I really don't want to go through that feeling anymore. To be honest with you, that feeling is hell.
Mhm.
So it's just easier not to cheat. It's because I know that I probably won't have to go through that feeling. I feel like if I give you that respect, you may give me that respect as well.
Yeah. And Susie Jackson Miles, she said a lot, but she said once a cheater, always a cheater. And if that's the case, Susie, that's not always true, but I hear what you're saying. So if that's the case,
Hey,
that don't
Susie.
mean that yeah, that don't mean a cheater don't want to settle down, even though he or she may be a cheater, because I'm not just gonna attach that to just men. But since we men, that don't mean that the cheater don't want to settle down. Doesn't mean that. I keep trying to tell y'all that until you get that through your thick skulls that a cheater can have a family too.
Yeah. I think I think I think a cheater can change.
A cheater
Yep.
can change. Anybody can change.
Yeah.
Anybody can change. That's what I'm saying. When you make those absolute statements, it's not fair. But I do understand where they're coming from. That they saying if they live their life like that. But I do agree with you, Veronica. You can change, and I'll be honest with you. A person can make you change. You can be a
Exactly.
cheater, and you can meet a person that just brings the whole dynamic to the relationship that shuts your ass down. Can
Yeah,
can
yeah, you
yes
definitely can. Look at the both
yes.
of you.
But what? But the thing is, what actually is a cheater though? Are we talking about somebody who cheated once? We talk about a serial cheater. What is a cheater though?
A cheater is someone that's not faithful to who they're with.
But for how long? Like, if you cheat once, does that make you does that really make
Yes,
you a
you're a
cheater?
cheater. It only takes one time, Victor.
So you're a cheater forever.
I'm not saying forever.
So when does that cheater label fall off? Your next relationship?
Yep.
Ladies and guys, fellas, ladies and fellas that's watching this podcast, here we go. Throw the egg at me.
Okay.
People in relationship, a lot of people are not monogamous. That's it. They're not.
That's true.
They're not.
That's true. That's 100% true.
They may
And
practice
we
it.
know this
but
because
they're
you
not.
say it every show. Thank you.
No, I haven't said it in a while.
But
Maybe
said it
cheating,
in a
but
while.
understand, cheating is more than just physical now.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
It's that emotional cheating and that socially cheating for me that I'll walk away from.
Yeah.
so I think I call cheating what you just said. It's stepping out of your relationship to get something that you feel that you're lacking in your relationship. So
See,
that's what I call cheating.
hold up. Fatine put me on game right here. Is it a mistake
I was
or
going to
is
go
it
there.
a bad decision? He put me on game. There's a big difference between a mistake and a bad decision.
That's right.
Big difference.
That's right. So sometimes cheating can be a mistake, and people sometimes learn from their mistake. Hell no, Stevenson. It ain't no damn mistake. You made a conscious decision to step out. That is a decision. A mistake is that's not a mistake, dude.
That's not a mistake.
That's a bad decision.
Well, you feel like it's a mistake.
Because you got caught.
Like I said,
because you got caught, but it's a bad decision.
Put me on game. There's a big difference between a mistake.
Big difference. A mistake and a bad decision.
It ain't no bad. It ain't no fine line. It's a big difference.
But isn't a mistake a bad decision?
No, sir. No.
You know, well, not when you make a conscious decision on something. You don't. I'm not gonna tell some woman because I got caught cheating that I made a mistake by sleeping with. I was going to use the name Susie, but I don't know Susie by blank. You understand what I'm saying?
Read that.
Yeah, a mistake. Did you fall in the coochie? Thank you, Nakia. You're right. It's not a mistake. It's a conscious decision.
Yeah, it is a decision.
It's a decision. It's a conscious decision at that moment. It's a big difference.
People need to stop saying I made a mistake. You made a bad decision.
But it was a decision that I made, and it just turned out into a bad mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. It's a bad decision.
Bad decision.
It's not a mistake. A mistake is when you write the thing and you slip up and you ain't got no eraser. You writing in pen. That's a mistake. You made a conscious decision to lay up.
I had to make that decision to write what I wrote, knowing I didn't have a eraser.
No, you might know if you accidentally wrote the room.
You and I'm trying to hold on. Help me out, Steven.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get this one. A mistake. You can't come back and tell your woman, or a woman can say, "Yo, I went with John out to eat. We had some drinks, and I got tipsy, and we got in the car, and I gave him some drawers. That was a mistake." No, that was a bad decision. Ain't no damn mistake.
Well, I'm gonna be telling the judge
not
the same thing. Judge, that was a mistake I made when I put both of their head between the freezer, the refrigerator, and the damn countertop. Yep. I got both of them laid up.
Stevens is stupid.
Exactly, Tori. A mistake is not intentional. That exactly.
But everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and everybody makes bad decisions. So we are all human. A mistake is not
intentional. If you intentionally drop them draws for Mr.
That was a mistake at the end of the night. I think it was a mistake. Damn, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have did it.
No, you made a bad decision.
At that time, I was making a decision, but then I'm like, damn, that was a bad mistake.
That fella walked up.
My decision was horrible.
You sitting at the bar mad with me about some lame shit, and dude walk up looking like he got a whole cucumber in his damn pants, and you sitting there like, well, you know what? I'm gonna just make this mistake right here and hope I don't get caught. And now you coming back home to me, and I want to get busy, but it's like throwing a rock down a damn tunnel because he done stretched your ass all the way on out.
Right. So, Veronica, follow this. Don't play with the words on this one. If you make a mistake, you do something which you did not to do, intend to do. So when I made that decision, I made a decision to pull my pants down and stick this where the sun don't shine. That's not a mistake. That's a bad decision. That's it.
I mean, I get it. Listen,
Mhm.
Stevenson is not going to be in this thing together. I'm trying to help my brother out, okay? So I'm sticking to what I'm saying.
Well, y'all both wrong.
I'm with you, Steve.
You hear this mess for team, man?
What Stevenson saying, Nikki? I did a
He's
trip.
talking about damn right, Veronica. I made a mistake. That's what I'm talking about, my sister.
I got you, Stevenson.
Oh, he made a mistake. Okay. All right, Stevenson, he made a
He's
mistake.
sticking with it.
He made a bad decision. Anytime you cheat, that's a decision.
Yeah, that's a
It is a
decision.
decision.
Ain't no damn mistake.
Unless
you made a conscious decision.
Unless she just so happened to be laying there and she slip and fall, and somehow or another your zipper come unzip, her dress come flying up, her drawers come down, and then
So y'all never made this. Y'all never made
into
mistakes.
each other. Huh?
Y'all never made mistakes.
A mistake is
Sexually?
not intent. A mistake is
Sexually?
In general.
Sexually? No.
In general.
No. I make mistakes all the time. It's not intentional.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Let me ask y'all this both. Because I thought about this. So you practicing pulling out, right? And you in there, you pull the pull out method. That's some people use that as a sense of birth control.
Get to the point.
Right. So the point is that you pull out, right? You're gonna pull out, but you thought you pulled out before, but you didn't. Is that a mistake? Or is that once you're in there, you ain't pulling out?
I've never pulled out. I'm not pulling the piece out the oven. I don't pull out my driveway. I'm not even gonna pull this. I'm not even gonna pull this shirt down. I don't pull out of nothing.
That's why why do women tell you that? They tell a man that again. I can go back to the younger days.
My gosh,
but the younger days, they be like, "Now you make sure you know damn well that we get excited and we can shit. You know that ain't happening."
Read that.
I can't pull out for teen. Veronica saying you can't pull out for teen. Something wrong if she do.
What does that even mean?
That you don't have nothing to pull out with. Veronica can't pull out.
Right, she can't.
But you said I'm gonna ask a question to the both of you.
Oh no, but I'm saying right. But the point to Veronica is that she's putting that on the guy, that they came up with the same decision that he's gonna pull out before he climax. That's why I asked the question, because a woman, they made that conscious decision. Yo, you make sure you pull out, because most of the time men don't say that, or we'll say that just to I'll pull out in time. But women say that. Women say, yo, make sure you pull out. Don't so-and-so and me.
That's true, Thomas.
For team, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never had that conversation with nobody.
Thomas says, I make mistakes every day.
High school, I did.
I make mistakes every day, but I don't make bad decisions every day.
Facts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Just like I ain't pulling out. Come on, that shit though. Hey, that shit don't work.
Right, Nakia. We did that back in high school, junior high, whatever, back in them days. I'm sorry, Victor. Yeah, I don't know what you did back in them days.
Spray and pray. Spray and pray. Spray and pray.
What are you spraying?
Oh, we spraying. Trust me.
I'm shooting the club up.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. And then you gotta wait, and then you make that call.
Y'all are disgusting. Okay.
Yo, we had to find out. We had to, yo, we tell a little too much, but yo,
Yeah,
Victor,
because
you know
I'm
how
about
we
to
had to
mute
pray?
your mic, Fatine, because you get all in it. Like, I'm about to mute your mic.
Victor said the same thing. We spray and pray.
He said spray. You uses the other word.
I said climax. What's the difference?
Oh, I thought you used the other C
I didn't say that tonight.
tonight.
Not tonight.
Tonight.
That's when
All right.
somebody
Well,
grabbed the back of your head and got that. Nah, I'm just trying. Oh, Nakia says I have a 12-year-old as
you see how
proof.
both of us looked at you like, oh,
So you go by the calendar. I was talking to my coworker about this. You go by the calendar method. That's almost just as accurate as you know, using contraceptives.
They say that, but it don't always work like that for some reason.
I'm telling you like this: Jesus gonna bless me with what He gonna bless me with. Who am I to sit here and get in what the Lord is trying to give me?
The Lord gave you will to choose between this and that. He ain't picking no woman for you. No, I'm sorry. We can debate that all night. He
Yes,
gave
He
you
does.
will. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. You choose that. You choose right and wrong.
oh,
You choose a
here we
woman. Don't
go.
give me that. Here we go. Because I ain't gonna tolerate that. Ain't no way Jesus is sending you a woman. You pick your own woman. All right. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? That's it. Jesus don't pick no woman. That's why we have will to choose between this and that. That's
So
why.
I've said this and I stand on this, and I it's really not something I can debate with you about it because I stand on
That's
this.
your belief. That's your faith. Or
If you
whatever.
ask God for something, He will give it to you. If you ask God, and I've said this, women pray for men all the time, but if you're not specific, you're going to get exactly what you pray for. If you say, God, bring me a man, that's exactly what He's here. God, bring me a man that's got a good job here. Now, this man with this good job might not be, exactly, this, and this. But if you ask God for exactly, I want a good woman that's this, and this, that's exactly what He gonna give you. But little do you know, you got 3 other things that you might need to get checked off as well.
So Victor, Victor, if I had to go with that, my question to you is, if you pray for that, I want a good man. I'm not you.
I'm trying to
You
figure out.
just the example. You got it. So God may send it to you, but it may not be in the vision that you perceive it to be. So He may send you that good man that you asked for with a good job, this, that, and other, but it may not be perceived that he's 6'3", he's dark complexion, he's
I
slim.
mean,
It may see what I'm saying. That's why I
we,
said our perception of what we may pray for, and if God, if it goes the way you say it, and God sends you that, it's not in the perception sometimes of what, and that's how you miss your blessings.
so understand when you ask for something. I say you had to be specific. We talked about this on the show. If you pray for it, He's going to give it to you. He's going to give you exactly what you pray for. Now,
So
if
if you
you
pray
say,
for $1 million and people have done that and don't get the $1 million,
wait
a
a minute,
person pray for a house
wait a
and they
minute.
become homeless. Go ahead.
All right, if you pray for that million, but you want the million right then and there, but people don't want to work and realize if you work the entire time from the age that you start to the age you retire, if you live that long, you done made $1 million. So the thing about it is it's all about perspective. So if you want this 6'3" man, dark skin, whatever, if you pray for that, if you tell God you want a 6'3" man that's tall and got an 11.5-inch penis, that's exactly what you're going to get. But guess what? You got to come with everything that come with that damn man. But the thing is, if you ask, be specific about your checklist, and you ask God for that, that's exactly what he gonna give you, bro.
All right, ladies, put that in your pipe and get on your knees and pray and
But
let me know in a year's time
but
because
understand
I'm
something. Understand something. You can't play with him like that now, because just like you got believers, you got people. He does bless some non-believers. But all I'm saying is, if you don't believe what I'm saying, I would suggest you not try it. Because of all the people on this world to play with, he should not be. He should be the very last motherfucker you play with. So
Go
all
ahead,
I'm
first
saying is,
man.
if you don't believe what I'm saying, don't do it. But I'm a firm believer. If you ask for something, you will get it.
I think you're gonna be on the pulpit one day, Victor.
I can't be.
He can't be.
You can't be.
No, he
No.
can't. Hmm.
You know why I can't be?
Why?
Because I don't want to be.
You don't know where the Lord gonna lead you.
That now, that's true. I've had my opportunity.
Because somebody could be praying
Wait a
for
minute.
that for you.
Wait a minute. You had your opportunity to what?
I had my opportunity once or twice before, but it just didn't pan out.
It
What if
Because
somebody pray for you to do that?
It wasn't your
but
time.
I don't want people. I don't like people praying for me.
It,
I don't like that.
not about that anyway. Like,
I mean, we
see,
But you can't tell people, you can't tell other people what not to pray for.
I
You
can
can't
ask
tell people.
somebody not to pray for me.
But right, but that don't stop them from doing that.
That's I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that I really don't want to go down this road because I just think I have to respect Victor's wish on that. I
Yeah, I
just
mean,
think
no, I mean, it's what it is. I mean, that's what we on the team for the
chop
talk.
it up.
But I mean, it's what it is. If you feel like that's not true, then bro, you got to stand on it. But I mean, you should never don't shy away because somebody feels strongly about something, man. That's what we here for.
That's
We're here
right.
to get tangy.
That's right. That's right.
And if anybody know how to be specific with their prayers, it's Tori. Tori had all kind of stuff in her Bible. Didn't
But
what was Tori? What was we talking about that time? When Tori was on the show, how she been so specific. Like she had a book and top of a book of things that she wanted from her men, her
let me
man.
tell you something. Me and Tori would talk, and I hope I'm not putting Tori's business out there. But me and Tori would talk, and Tori used to say she used to pray for her future husband. And when she used to say things like that, or she wrote a book for, I think she said on the show, she wrote a poem book or something for her future husband, so that when she does get married, he's going to read it. And to be honest with you, I honestly thought, like, damn, that's crazy.
I remember you said that.
But being around women of faith now, a lot of them do that. They do that. And it's amazing that I was so naive and so ignorant to women actually praying, for someone to come into their life. So it shocked me. I'll just say that. It shocked the shit out of me.
I'm just waiting on the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait. Waiting on the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can write down as many things as you want, but if God ain't want you to, it ain't gonna happen.
So to answer the question, no, not no preacher, but I had an opportunity to speak in front of a congregation once or twice. No, not to become no preacher, to be ordained. No, I would never do anything like that. I don't see myself doing anything like that. But
Thank
I had
you.
the opportunity to speak in front of the congregation. I turned it down.
For Men's Day or something.
It was a Mother's Day one time, and it was like a Veterans Day one time. That was it. Something like that.
Why would you? turn of Veterans Day where you have
Right.
experience. Yeah, why you have experience. I would love to hear your experience if unless it was just a experience that you don't want to relive. If it's something like that, that I agree that because army and war and this that and the other doesn't mean that everybody wants to go back and tell those stories.
Sorry.
But Victor, if you didn't have that kind of experience, why wouldn't you want to speak to a congregation about that?
So the thing is when people get, if you ever listen to sermons, people tell a story and they tie it in with a parable in the Bible. I don't know the Bible enough to do that. And I feel like if I was to do that, I would be only doing it just to convey my message. And I feel like why stop there? I'm not there yet.
Okay,
And hopefully when I do get there, I have enough time in order to get there.
okay, that's a good explanation,
So,
bro.
and I'm saying, I don't want to get up there, do all this homework to tell my message and use parables and throw all these verses out there. And then next Sunday, I just stop. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm not playing. I'm not playing with the Lord like that. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get up there just to make everybody think I'm a a
You got a
speaker.
lot of those. You got a lot of them. But
Yeah.
yes, thank you for not being one of those people.
Yeah.
So, is it lame? What? See, I talked to God about hate in this world because sad to this, there is a lot of hate. So I talked to God that I hope that He could end this hate. Exactly. Those are things that I'm praying for.
So
Um,
I don't even want to go because we ain't got enough time.
right. Closing
But
argument.
don't y'all think that people ain't praying for this and with the pandemic and children dying of famine and this, that, and the other, that people ain't praying for that and
Oh
it
yeah.
still happens. It still happens.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna
then
happen. Whatever God wants to happen is gonna happen. No matter what we do, no matter
so
what we
so if
say,
we pray for it, do we
no matter
so
how
do
much, no matter how much we pray for it, if God do not see fit that He want that to happen, it's not gonna happen.
then why pray? Then why pray if it's not if the prayer is not going to change it? If God wants that to happen, then why pray for it if it's not going to change it? If that's what God wants, answer
I
that
Because
honestly.
you
I
pray for things that you want to see happen in your life, a team. Not saying that it had to be so down to wanting this specific woman or this
You
specific
can't
man.
you
I'm not
can't
talking.
sit the separate. You can't separate a prayer. If I pray for this kid over there, if I pray for this person with COVID, if I pray for myself, that's a prayer. That's a prayer that's going to God. If
Right.
God wants this to happen, if this is the blueprint, why pray if it's going to already happen? If destiny's in play, then why pray? Why
Because
pray
you
if
know you
destiny's
you
in play?
because you do know that none of us would be here without the higher power, right? None
That's
of
not
us
what
would
I'm
be
saying. That's
sitting right
not what
here.
I'm saying.
We
Why
pray.
pray if that is God's will? Why pray? Because our prayer is not going to change his will. So why pray? That's all I'm asking. I'm
I
not criticizing. I'm
Because
asking.
you're praying for things that you want to see happen in your life. You're praying for, just like you pray, Lord, please let my neighbor overcome whatever they're you dealing with, or whatever you're praying for. You're hoping that God will answer your prayers. But the bottom line is, if God don't want it to happen, it's not gonna happen.
so
God
That's
know
why. That's
things.
why I say
God
why
knows
pray.
what God know what we're gonna ask for before we even ask for it.
So then why ask for it?
wait a
Because
If
minute.
he knows, then why ask for it?
Wait,
we're
Fatim,
gonna have that faith in knowing that He's gonna do it for us.
Fatim, I get what you're saying. I
I-
get what you're saying. So I believe God gave us free will. All right. So the thing about it is that I feel like life is a test. And no matter what obstacles you go through, you
Oh,
still have to trust the process. You
yes.
you're supposed to pray. These are things I shouldn't say. I should say yes. You're supposed to pray. So I'm not. Uh, I could probably bring in thousands of people to tell you the answer, but my whole answer is that I feel like everything I go through, I'm going through for a reason because
Right.
it's there to teach me something. And I'm still trusting the process, asking God to spare my life because you have done so many awesome things for me
Mhm.
throughout this thing. I would like to change my destiny.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
asking you, you may I may be in this, I may get diagnosed with terminal cancer, but I'm asking you and I'm praying for you, please,
Mhm.
can you spare my life this much longer in order for me to accomplish at least this? And it's up to him to change it. So I get what
Right.
you're saying. If everything's predetermined, there's no point in praying. I get it.
But why question God though? But why
But
even question it?
that's not what he's
Why
saying.
can't you? Nobody said you can't question. God never said you can't question it. Never said that.
Oh, people
Never.
question God all the time.
Right.
They
All
say
the
that's
Exactly.
my
time.
Lord.
Don't.
All the time.
Exactly. That's right. So what I'm saying is, don't take it personal because I think Victor got what I'm saying. I'm not attacking religion. I'm just saying that sometimes we don't think outside the box or we don't think logical. We think that what's passed down to us, and sometimes what's passed down to us is not always the word. And that's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying. I just wanted to have a
But
conversation
passed down
about it.
to us, that I mean, you can clearly see it yourself that there is a higher power that keeps us here.
That's that's
Some people don't believe that. I'm not the one, but I'm just saying you got to be careful of how. That's why I keep saying we put our beliefs on other people and our beliefs are our beliefs, and stop putting your beliefs on other people because everybody's belief is not the same, and because our belief, we don't know if our belief is correct. That's why I said perception. We perceive God to be one way and God may not be that way. God may interact in our life but not the way we perceive it to be.
that's facts.
That's all to it. We got
That's
to
facts.
stop that. We make it personal. My God, this guy. It may not work
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
personal to me because that's my faith and that's what I believe in, and I'm going to stick with it. Yes,
But that
My
right.
God has done many things in my life, and He is still blessing me each and every day. And I thank God because if it wasn't for Him, I would not be where I am today. So I don't want to get all religious, but I just know who is in charge of my life,
Well, see,
Got it. And
my
that's
life,
beautiful. And that is
my
nothing
life.
wrong with that. But don't put that on somebody else.
well,
Don't
you
Oh,
got to
judge another
understand now.
I'm not
person
putting.
because they don't believe that. It's not
Listen,
say
I
that
don't.
they're wrong.
I don't knock nobody for their beliefs.
Right.
No one. You
Good.
believe in what you want to believe in. But I'm saying, as for Veronica, I believe in my God because I know that I would not be where I am today if it was not for Him.
Right. And I'm not,
But
again,
truth is
folks, don't
known.
think I'm some atheist because I'm not. I'm just trying to show you that how some people, not Veronica, because I'm not saying you are Veronica, but I will say there are some religious people that are fanatics and are pigheaded, and they feel that their way is the right way and the only way. And I have a problem with that because you don't know if your right is the right way. You pick that way. Some of us don't even pick that way. Some of us are born into that because our parents have passed it down, our great grandparents have passed it down, and that's what we into.
Well, understand now, God blesses believers and non-believers.
That is
That's
true.
most definitely.
So, I mean, I get it. I totally get where you coming from, and I get that you're just being objective, and
That's
that's
all
it.
I'm doing tonight. That's it.
That's
That's it.
it.
That's
So
it.
I question Christianity as a religion. I question that
Oh, I've been there.
because this was the only option that I was given, and I may be and it may be wrong, but I hope that the faith that I have outweighs whether this pagan religion is right.
Got it.
Because you have the Buddhas and you have the Confucius and the Catholics and the
Yeah.
run through all these different non-denominations, and you have your Muslims, and somebody's right. Jehovah's Witnesses and all that. Somebody's right, and there's a whole lot of people wrong. But I hope God has enough grace to say, Vic, what you were given, you did the best you could, and I'm gonna let you in.
Mhm.
Right. And if you look at all the religions and get out of the rituals and look at the foundation, they all have the core. They all have the same core. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm glad that my parents allowed me, when I use the word allow me, didn't fight me when I told them I wanted to study other religions to make my decision, because I can't walk the way they want me to walk. I have to be in charge of my own destiny and my own life. And that's what I did. And I appreciate them not fighting me on that. And I appreciate that, because they can't stand for me. I can only stand for myself.
That's right.
That's it. So that's all.
Exactly.
That's the word objective. That's it. Fatine is not preaching nothing tonight. I just want you to look at it from a dynamic that sometimes is out of our own comfort zone, because sometimes we get so comfortable we don't realize that sometimes we're putting our own comfort on other people, and we can't be fair. Just like laws, certain laws out here that we feel about certain things. We're not getting into this conversation, but we feel about gay marriage. We may feel about abortion, but there's one thing how we feel, but do we have a right to oppose our feeling on someone else? And that's not right. You can't do that. So you just got to be careful with that. That's it.
Well,
We done went around the block on this one. We've been around the world.
I ain't kidding. This is definitely a Tuesday and a Thursday show all in one.
Yes, right.
Well, um,
Well, call somebody gay, and then we can wrap it up.
I call nobody gay.
Well, that's the only thing we missing now.
I ain't calling nobody gay.
ah,
I just want to know, Veronica.
mm-hmm.
Somebody already said it. They said, don't give you a big head. But we already said, we said it off. I think we said it off camera. But your hair is tight. It looks really good. My question is to you, how do you, like when you work out, how do you keep it like that? You have to wrap it when you work out?
It's in a ponytail. It's in a ponytail back here now. It's a little
I see
small
that.
ponytail, but
Right.
yeah, I wear it in a ponytail when I work out.
Okay, cool.
It's too hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm about to cut it all off.
You look like you came from a little dinner tonight. I ain't saying nothing. I'm sorry. You got that little foundation glow on you. Something's happening. Mm-hmm.
I
That
can't
damn
stand
cigarette
Victor.
should be out by now. God, dog, that cigarette long as hell.
I didn't lit another one, But thank you for Tina. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Just doing something different, Whatever, Stevenson.
You stand up when you sleep.
Thank you so much, Lane. And you know what?
You want to see Veronica's head get twisted? You want to see her face get twisted? I know when Veronica go to sleep tonight, she ain't doing nothing to sweat her hair out. All right, for you don't know what I'm doing.
Thank you.
That's why I ain't saying it, because I ain't getting your face twisted.
And you don't.
Damn.
But I'm just saying, I am a down to earth woman. Thank you so much. And you know what? Like for people that's generally, yeah, go ahead, Victor.
I met your boy Mike yesterday.
Mike? Big Mike?
Commander?
Oh, Michaels,
yeah. I met Michaels in Buc-ee's.
Oh, Lord.
And he spent about $2,000 in there. I met Michaels for the first time.
You been back to Buc-ee's?
Yes.
And, I met Michaels through the show, really.
Yes. Oh, did you? Okay.
Thank you, Thomas. But what's really, when a person, going back to the comment about down to earth woman, we're gonna have to talk about this one day on the tea, because I don't, you men go through it as well, just like women. A lot of times where people don't get to know you, but they judge you by what others say. Does that make sense? I had someone bring this up. I had someone bring this up to me, and they was young, but. And I said to her, I was like, well, it's not just the young generation. Like it happens with adult women as well in their 40s and 50s. Like they judge others by what someone tell them without getting to know that person. And I just thank God that I'm not that person. I will go by what someone else say about someone before getting to know that person themselves. But that's something we gotta talk about too, because a lot of these young girls are going through that, and they let stuff like that bother them. And they go from friends to friends to friends to friends to friends because they're going by what someone else say instead of getting to know that person for them own. So shame on you. Shame on you for not getting to know someone, but you going by what someone else is saying about that person without getting to know them, because that could be a really good person to have in your life. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, that came to my mind, the conversation I had the other day with the young woman when Lane put that up there about down to earth. You got to get to know people, and stop judging people from what others are saying about them. Well, that's my little 2 cents. That's my closing argument.
Yeah.
Cheryl says she dealt with that her whole life. It's a
Did we have a
shame.
letter tonight?
That's no, we didn't.
If
Oh,
we
okay.
did, we sure wasn't gonna read it now.
Darn sure wasn't.
I just thought about it. Let me ask you this again. This is just to throw out there and see what the people say to you, Veronica. Get back to you and Veronica and Victor. Would y'all like to do? I just thought of something.
Wait,
And
could
if
you hold
you're,
up for just a second?
Mhm.
Stevenson, Lady V, you are really down to earth for the last 30 years. Since we're on this subject, you are really down to earth for the last 30 years. I have known you, and you are really the truth, my sister. And I'm proud to be your friend and to call you my sister. Thank you so much, Stevenson. That means
Steve
that means so much to me.
and
And
Stevens is a
Steven,
good brother. He's a
yes.
good brother. He's a good
And
brother.
like he said, we've been knowing each other for the last 30 years. And Stevenson know me. He knows my heart. We know each other, very well. And thank you. But I would love to get some young ladies on this show. Um, some high schoolers, some 20-year-olds that are yeah, like I want to hear what is really going on with that generation, because so much pettiness going on between, and I'm talking about females. I don't know so much of the male side of it, but I know it's really going on in this younger generation where these females are not getting along with each other just because of what one of their friends say about this person. But anywho, go ahead, Fatine. I didn't mean to stop you.
Nah, I mentioned my cousin earlier. She works 3 jobs. That's what I'm saying, and in school. So she's handling her business. And I got another cousin who just graduated from the University of South Carolina and working in her field. So, but I know a lot of young people. So maybe I could recommend some, and then you
Yeah,
speak with them and see what they say, because this is Zoom. So they could be in New York. They could be, I
right.
know people all over the country that are young, that are active and doing a lot of things, and we like to hear their point of view.
Yeah.
I it's just an idea. I thought about how we did the meet and greet. We always talked
Mhm.
about that meet and greet before, and we talked about it here. Maybe I'm boring with this one, but last time we did the meet and greet, and you got to come out and you got to buy this and buy that. Do you think a Tangy tea night of bowling would be something a little different? Victor looked like,
That'll be fun. But I actually had this conversation with my BFF Michelle. I spoke with her the other day about having something. I really want to take it back to where I started this show. Um, I do. I definitely want to have something at the clubhouse where we support.
okay. I mean, I just was thinking of something where
That's my next
where,
stop.
where there's have to be alcohol. It could be
The
just coming
fuck?
out.
Hell
And
no. Hell no.
why you got to be alcohol
I
all the
see what you're
time?
saying,
No.
Fatigue. I see what you're saying. Maybe we could do a night of bowling, but I
Yeah.
definitely want to take it to where I started first before we do anything else. And that's going to be
All right.
soon. Yeah. But that will be, I mean, even if we pull up one night at the bowling alley and we go live and or we say something before we even get there and be like, hey, who want to come out and join us for bowling. But I
Yeah, because
definitely
I
want to
yeah.
have a, huh?
Yeah, because if that's the case, even though I'm, new down here, I'll go to the bowling alley during the day and find out if there's a better night for us, and then I get back to y'all and see what works for people after work, so they ain't out all night or whatever, and it just have some fun.
You know
And
how loud it is in the bowling alley?
yeah,
It
but
is.
we ain't doing Tangy Tea. We going to bowl.
Right.
We're doing Tangy Tea night of bowling. We ain't doing the
Oh,
show. We ain't doing the show.
oh,
Oh,
Victor.
we're gonna talk to Pastor, and you will be there.
We told the pastor.
We'll talk to Pastor. We'll take care of that.
Ah,
We'll
we
take
told the
care of that.
pastor.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. Um. Oh, Victor, don't speak on that no more, huh? We wrapping things up, bro.
Oh wait, I was looking at him. He didn't
I
change his
know. That's
look.
why I
He
really
ain't
said
pause. He didn't blink. I said, "Oh boy."
it. Thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. Tangy of Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. at the Big Area Gym in Darlington. $5 a class is our Zumba hip hop workout class. We have so much fun. So hopefully you guys will come and meet us there one Wednesday night or Saturday morning. We have so much fun. Thank you, brother, for Team WBLS radio station, New York. Appreciate you, my brother. My brother Victor. Thank you so much, Pastor. You preached the word tonight. That
Thank you,
was
sister,
wonderful.
sister Veronica, with the bounce, the flow, and the bounce tonight, and the glow, the flow, and the bounce.
Thank you for team. Nikia said, y'all nasty.
Yeah, that's right.
Patricia said, just go skating. That's something that I never learned to do. I do not know how to skate.
Well, the only way you're gonna learn if you try to do it.
I'm not at this age and not in my profession. I have to make sure that my legs are in
Oh,
good shape. So all right. Well, good night. Blessings. Peace and blessings to all. Thank you, Thomas. Good night, Tori. Thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate you all. Tuesday, we'll be back, God willing, 8 o'clock with some more tangy tea. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, if you have a topic suggestion, if you have an email letter, please email it to tangyteaoflife@gmail.com, or you can send me an inbox right here on the Tangy Tea page. Have a good night, guys, and have a great weekend. Be safe out there.
Buenas
Love
noches.